Next up is a woman who's done wonders for my hips and thighs. It's Rosemary Conley with Mark Hanratty.
I'm Rosemary Conley. I'm a diet and fitness author and presenter. Big arms, lots of energy. This is how we burn the fat.
This is so exciting.
It's the fulfilment of a dream.
Have you skated before?
Yes, I have.
Why don't you just go and have a skate round? Could take a while.
I've been learning to skate and I have lessons probably about every 2 or 3 weeks, and I've probably done that for the last couple of years.
She's at a good level to start with, but that's 2 years of practice. Is she going to improve?
Oopsie.
Ultimately, our finalists are doing headbangers by the end. Are we going to see that, I wonder?
Oh, that was pathetic. I just hope my partner will be patient as I take a little longer to learn things than maybe somebody who's 50 years younger than I am.
My name is Mark Hanratty and I represented Britain at the World Ice Dance Championships. This is my second year in dancing on ice. Last time I went out in week 1, so I'm hoping for a bit more success this year.
What a beautiful skater.
I think she's lovely. She seemed like the perfect grandmother. Good.
Your hand's cold, are you all right?
No, I'm all right.
In my general life, I'm not very competitive, and I sort of have a fairly gentle personality, I'd like to think.
Sorry, I've got you.
Need a cup of tea.
Rosemary's a lovely lady, but she is treating this like a fun day out, like a hobby.
I brought a thermos flask and I've got tea bags too.
But it is a competition, and she needs to get her competition head on.
And it takes Andy's departure last week to finally kickstart Rosemary's fighting spirit.
Seeing Andy go was shocking. He didn't deserve to go. He was in the top 3. I thought if you're in the top 3, you were safe. So that's frightening. It has dawned on us all, I think, that this is actually a competition. We're not just here for a good time. So I've got to improve my presentation skills. Louis looking for that.
Fingers.
At the same time, I've got to please Katerina by my skating skills. I don't want to be in the bottom 2. I don't want to be in the skate-off. I'll do everything in my power to try and prevent that.
Skating to Fernando. Please welcome onto the ice, Rosemary Conley and Mark Hanratty.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. In the firelight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. I could hear the distant drums and sounds of bugle calls were coming from afar. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando.
An early stumble, but she got it back together. Rosemary says she's beyond excitement to be on Dancing on Ice, and it shows. At 65, she's got the figure of a 21-year-old and a 25-inch waist. And she really does bring tea bags to rehearsal, plus granary rolls, ham and cheese. She's like a hungry little hamster. That was the early stumble. There was a back spiral, and that was the tortilla wrap and the double stag. And they ended with a sail lift. Lovely costume, champagne colour. Here's the scores. Louis, 3.5. Robin, 4.5. Katerina, 4.5. Gives her 12.5.
12.5 is a respectable score. Well done.
Dad.
Yeah?
I made a real trip, so that was unfortunate.
Well, you recovered?
I did.
Was that nerves? Because I've not seen you do that before.
No, I know. I mean, this has to be one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. And so, yeah, that's okay. Thank you, judges.
We chatted when you came on this morning and you said that you were so excited, the happiest you've been in ages. Is it still making you happy?
Absolutely. Totally. It's just it's a huge privilege to be on the show. It's the most wonderful show on earth. And I love it.
Well, that's
I
fantastic.
absolutely love it. And this guy has been the most wonderful coach and teacher and partner.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, loving it.
Yeah?
And I think if I could do that when I'm 65, I'd be pretty happy.
Chris, age is just a number.
It is, but if I was 65 and still doing it, I'd be really happy as well. I have to say, she's such a lady. You know, whenever she comes to the ring, she's so well turned out. She's so pristine. And when she skated tonight, I just think the nerves were creeping in because I've seen that routine done perfectly. What I was impressed with was the speed over the ice from when we first saw you to what you're doing now. It's come along so much. So if we go through from beyond tonight, let's keep that going.
Absolutely. And you look beautiful as well, by the way.
It does look beautiful. Well done, Rosemary. Leo, I'll come to you first. 3.5 for you. Why was that?
Well, as you said, Rosemary, I am looking for performance, and I'm glad you had that little trip, because as soon as you had that, you broke out into a beautiful smile. Before that, I could feel the fear, and I could feel the tension in your body. Now, in saying that, you do have nice lines. When you were lifted, that was beautiful. When you were in the attitude, when you were lifted like this, it was lovely. I felt as though it was a bit laboured, and it was very hesitant when you were going in and out of your choreography. But in saying that, you do exude elegance and grace. And darling, if I can look like that in Lycra at 64, I'll be more than happy. Sorry, 65.
And a 25-inch waist.
I know, darling, that too.
Robin.
I didn't find it laboured at all. I actually thought it was very genteel and beautifully put together. Yes, there was a trip and a stumble, but the quality of the footwork that you are doing and the basic skating skills is exquisite. And I have to say, there was just something really lovely and relaxed about watching the two of you on the ice together.
Thank you. And of course, it's her first skate. Let's not forget that. Katerina.
Well, Rosemary, I found myself that all those words work for you. Amazing, charming, beautiful, wonderful. But I think mostly you are an inspiration for us. And I hope in a few years from now I'll be out there with the same poise you have. And what totally impressed me was that usually we have a sound to the skate, which is really nice to have when it's strong, but sometimes you get it very scratchy. You have no sound, which means you're really caressing the ice. And this is a good thing.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Well, if Rosemary made you sit up, then she'll want you to do it again and again and again until you work up a sweat. And then you can vote for her when the lines open at the end of the show. Rosemary and Mark.